Welcome to West Ham Updates TV. How are we, boys? We've got Gary, Addy, Mickey, and me in the house. How are we all?
All good, mate. You?
Doing well,
good,
mate.
mate. All
Yeah,
good.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good. How you doing?
Not too bad. I mean, like it says, see, it's not my professional studio that we're used to. I'm in a place called Grantham at this moment, which is
Lincolnshire.
I think it's Lincolnshire, and I think it's like the home of nothing, empty fields and wind. That's is what it actually is. Pretty much feels. I've been here last year for the horses, and it's the big contest tomorrow of obviously trialing out for this Team GB. So we're up here in a hotel. So apologies to everyone. I haven't got my fancy studio. I did actually bring all my stuff, and it's in the car on the way up here. It's got caught in traffic, and we got the train up here. So, so what we got to this week, we have got coming up. We're gonna obviously there was no football this week. We're gonna go through a little bit of an update on our Bobby Moore song, and our very own Addy has got one as well. Then we're going into England, talk about our relegation rivals, and the big one of the weekend, the Leeds game, which I think is actually I can't wait for at this minute.
Yeah.
But we'll come to that at the end. Quick update on our Bobby Moore song. Obviously, we mentioned about this, that Bobby Moore hasn't got a song at West Ham, and I've been sort of championing it. Be good to get him something going. I think it's almost sounding like I'm a fanatic of like singing songs or something, but it isn't that case. I can honestly assure you. But this week we got quite a few people came through, and a Cockney chef, mate Darren, who watches the show, he came up with a great song. Today, our own Addy Chard had come up with a great song. And also, I did speak with people at the club this week, and I'm not going to go into what we would discuss as we agreed, but there is potential of there being a bit of backing here as well. What I will say is the club is very much behind a song for Bobby Moore and would love the fans to come up with it and do it. So that was kind of what I got from the club, is they would really, really like it. They really like the idea. And go ahead, come on, West Ham fans, and let's make it happen, basically. So they said we love the fans singing like that, and it brings us all together. Great news. So I thought it was really nice in the club. Addy, over to you, because you have come up with a cracker today.
Well, very kind of you to say. Mick's laughing.
No, it's excellent, mate. It's great.
I had a couple of minutes this morning. It is still a work in progress, so we can tweak the lines to it as we go along. But I thought something a bit more up tempo, one that get the fans going and you could sing for a little while, I guess. Let's see if I can remember it now. I've done it pretty quickly this morning. So as it goes, it goes, when he was young, he had a dream to play football for the greatest team. When he grew up, I forgot it now. When he grew up, his dream come true. He wore the number 6 of the claret and blue. From East End streets to Upton Park, one of our own. And he left his mark. But watch us dance and hear us sing. We got the greatest defender. Bobby Moore is the king. Bobby Moore. Viva!
Bobby Moore. Viva!
Yeah, very good, mate.
Mess that up.
I like it.
It's a little bit like that.
I like it.
I'll perfect it.
I liked it. I did think Addy's was very, very good. And Darren's, I thought, was very, very good as well. Darren, the reason why I like Darren's cook shifts, for a quick one, it's very, very easy to learn for Sunday.
Yeah.
But either way, even if people haven't learnt the songs yet, and I am putting them up on the Instagram, so check out our Instagram, West Ham Updates TV. I am putting the lyrics up for people so we can get it going. Even if in the 6th minute everyone even just gets up and chants Bobby Moore, whatever, and just starts or clapping, I don't care. It's the start. That's all I'll say. I will put the words up for both songs so you can learn them. If we're singing both, be brilliant. Be great to showcase new songs. That's what I'll say. So, well done to everyone that keeps going in. And also, I've had some famous people come in. Like Jimmy Bullard was well behind it. Messaged me, said, I love that. He goes, outrageous. We ain't got a song for Bobby Moore. Carlton Cole loved it. So there was really good people behind it. So it'd be great to see if I had to guess, I think it'll probably come to fruition in an away game. I think it'll start because it's easier for someone to learn there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
And can train.
I think it'll get more of a traction at the away games.
But if we can start it, then it's great, and it just carries on. That'd be brilliant. And then we start with Billy Bonds, Trevor Brooklyn. We go for them. I think that is something our club needs to remember our traditions. Moving on. Obviously, this week we've had the international break. Addy, I nearly done what you did, and you went to both, didn't you?
Oh, God.
And I nearly did it. And to be honest, I was actually really, really excited for once to watch England. And I never watch friendlies. I'm actually quite depressed after watching England. You probably even more depressed because you had to pay for it. Let's have a recap. Japan game 1-1. Sorry, Uruguay 1-1. Well done, Gal. You're keeping up to speed. Big talking point of that was obviously Ben White back in the team, scored, give away the penalty, and was booed.
Go on, Addy, you go, mate.
Where did you three sit with Ben White?
Did you boo him, Addy?
Yeah, you go. You were there.
So no, I didn't boo him. But in hindsight, when I think about it, that no player should not play for their country, and apparently it's because he fell out with Steve Holland, isn't it? One of the coaches.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't know to what extent. You don't know what exactly went on. I don't know if he was disrespected so much that he felt that he couldn't come back. However, it's his country. He should never not, turn down the opportunity to play for his country. So I think it's bad on his part. I think he's a bit of a mincer for not wanting to play just because he's fallen out with a coach. But I wasn't going to boo him. But it's not great. It's not a great look. I can understand why people are upset with it because, we'd give our, a right to play for England.
I remember 4 years ago when he said he weren't going to play for England anymore and he was making himself officially unavailable. I was like, well, sod it then. So am I. Because it's like he's got about as much chance of getting in the starting 11 as I did at the time. And to be honest, it's a little bit of arrogance, really, because I don't think he's no John Stones or he's no Mark Gay, is he, or Harry Maguire. So it's like, would he have got picked much in that time anyway? Maybe, maybe not. But I didn't think he was that great anyway. So, but I think when he came on and he scored the goal, I thought, well, fair play. And then he gave away the penalty, which was, I think so. I don't think he's done himself any harm with the performances he put on with the limited time he had anyway. I think he'll probably go.
I like him as a player. I do like him as a player. I think he definitely deserves to be in and around the squad. But it's just his attitude and,
Do you know what it is for me? I agree. And to be honest with you, him being back in it didn't bother me in the slightest, actually. But I think it needed to be addressed. You've walked out in the country. And I know I was listening to Colton, Joe and Bridges' podcast, The Dress Room, the other day, and they said on it as well, what about if it was your boy who didn't get in this squad because he's got back in all of a sudden and there's been no addressing or anything like that? Yes, Ben White plays for a top of league side, but he don't play every week. Don't always play. I kind of agree. I think if he was brought back in, he needed an apology. Do you know what? And I think that is fair enough. I think if he said, do you know what? I really, really regret what I did. And you should never walk out. And I can understand if I never got back in. But I've regretted that decision my old time. There was an argument. I'm not going to go into it because actually it was pretty much nothing. You squashed all of that evenly. I reacted terribly. But now I obviously want to play for England, of course. And then I'd go, all right, you know what? Fair enough. Everyone makes a mistake. It's like, Was it that he was? I would, if I had to gather, it was probably because he wasn't playing. Like, and then his ego's got the better of him, and he's had a row with someone, and he's gone, "Oh, fuck this, I'm not playing anyway, so I'll leave." And actually, probably ain't fault the down the road, but I do think it needed an apology, and for that, I wouldn't take him. So for me, I don't as you said, I don't think you're right, Gav. I don't think he's good enough.
Certainly.
He's not someone we haven't got. But what about you, Mick? Where would you sit on it?
Now, when I first heard about it 4 years ago, I was very much like, nah, done. Like you can't be turning down your country. Like you just can't do it. But the more I think about it now, I just think, one, he don't particularly like football. He's been open about that. He said it's not something that he likes anyway. So is it a point of you don't want to be away from family, friends for, say, 8 weeks when a World Cup or Euros are on? You don't particularly like it. You're away and you're not playing. So what's the point in me going, taking up the space that someone else could take that enjoys football, wants to actually be there, and is quite happy to sit on the bench and just be a part of it? So the longer it's gone on, I can kind of see.
Well, it was easier just not having him there, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's it.
But what changes now, though? He still don't like football, and he still probably ain't going to play every minute.
Well,
would you have that geezer knowing that he's already kicked off there? Is that just a ticking time bomb there, sitting thinking, this geezer, he don't like football. He don't really like. If he don't play, he didn't like it. Would you
who else
would you be counting on him?
Yeah, and I get that point, and I do get that point, and I just think, who else is there though? The only one.
Well, what I would say is,
Reece James,
because you got Reece James, and there's another bloke who's sitting in Madrid.
This is what I was going to say.
A guy who's sitting in Madrid, who's won Champions Leagues, won league titles, that
who wants to play for England?
Are you having a laugh? Listen, I think that has been such a stigma put at him a little bit. But let me tell you, Ben White can't cross the ball. So, Trent, you could use either side and say, well, he's got something he ain't got. Right? So you've got Livramento, you've got him, you've got Reece James, Dan Burn, that can play right back. You've got lots of... Jed Spence could play right back. He is a right back. There is a lot of... But what I'm saying is any of them, is Ben and White head and shoulders above any of those?
No, I agree with you. I do agree with you. When you're putting it like that,
even Carl Walker, actually.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I'm not overly bothered about it. Do you know what I mean?
Neither am I. It sounds like I am because I'm getting it up, but it's like I'm actually not either. And it was just, I just thought, I saw it a lot this week. I wondered how everyone else felt about it. To be honest with you, I probably felt like all of you. I didn't really care less. It's only when now it's been brought up, did I? I probably think they should have addressed it. I think it was a bit of a PR disaster, but it's all got through it now. He's done play 2 games. Everyone's kind of forgotten about it a little bit. So I think we move on. What do you guys take out of? Obviously, we had a B team that we saw, but we probably last night against Japan, we saw probably more of the A team than we did against.
I personally don't think he went into.
How are you feeling this morning after watching?
Around putting a good side out? He knows his first 11, and this was just a chance to give the other fringe players a run 100%. Out, just to see him running about and who he's going to take. I think he probably knows in his mind who he's going to take. I think there's a couple of players there who didn't do themselves any favours, the likes of Foden, etc. But I'm not too bothered about the performances or the results. I think when it comes to, when is it, June? Is it June or July?
No, neither am I.
End of June, isn't it? End of June will be good. Will be good. He'll know his 11. It'll be a completely different look in England. So it was a good exercise. I think would have been nice to have got a win and got a decent performance and not had the Wembley crowd boo him. But I'm not overly worried about it. I don't think he will be either.
Where do you think we are, Ed?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried, to be honest. I think all of our
So am
attacking
I.
players.
I knew you would be. I knew exactly what you. Me
Yeah.
and you always see eye to eye on football. It's weird.
I think all of our attacking players are off form, like bar Harry Kane. I think all of them are off form, and I think they're some of the most talented footballers on the planet. They're just not in form at the minute, and some of them haven't been for a while. Like Cole Palmer, I love Cole Palmer. I love watching him play football, and I think he had a long-term injury. He's slowly coming back to a bit of form, but he's off the boil. Morgan Rogers, I don't think he done himself too many favours last night either. It was a great.
No, and I probably would have said that I would be starting Rodgers, but I've got to say, didn't do anything. And Cole Palmer, we'll come to it in a minute, but yeah, I agree with Cole Palmer because I just think every time he got the ball, he came backwards. And you're like, you're an attack. And Tuchel did say that a bit, like, we've got to go forward. But if he's not getting them to do it, it was just like, it was really poor. And I'd say my probably favourite footballer is Phil Foden.
I don't think he's going
in the world of football.
Yeah, I don't think.
And he's not. He tried to have a go. He was so poor. I don't either.
Since he got Player of the Year, he's gone backwards.
A few years now.
I think I said.
Yeah, he hasn't really done it for England, but
yeah.
I just think he plays, and I think he's plays for a manager
to say
that's
that
absolutely stuck.
we're a bit toothless
really
without
do.
Harry Kane, and if you took Harry Kane out, the next three most prolific Englishmen this season includes Bowen. They've all got 6 goals, and Harry Kane by 36.
And I thought, do you know what? I'm sure you three are exactly like me.
Yeah.
When I watch Bowen, like for England, I really, really want him to do well. Like where I go, do you know what? It's undeniable that there. I've got to say, on this time, I can't make that case for him. Like I would take him because I'm a West Ham fan. But if I was not a West Ham fan,
he did
I'll
up
be
the
saying,
tempo
no,
last night, and I think
he wouldn't
he
be
did
in my
start
thoughts
to make things happen. Perhaps he was trying a little bit too hard. He's probably thinking, I've got X amount of minutes to make a case. But I do watch, like you, Sam, I watch Bowen through rose-tinted glasses because I'm West Ham and hope that he's going to score. He's going to... I think he's 50-50. I don't even think he knows wherever he's going.
Yeah.
I think he goes.
Well, I think what's in his favour is that we've got no strikers. Like that is what's come out of this. I would much rather have him up there than Calvert-Lewin and Solanke.
Well, if you remember, when Lee Carsley was in charge, Lee Carsley was playing him as a striker. He wasn't playing him that way.
Yeah.
He played him as a striker. And I genuinely think that is something that Tuchel is going to look at. I do think he will look at Bowen being the striker. I think he goes anyway.
And let's be honest with you, Harry Kane ain't going to be coming off much. So he ain't going to play anyway. If he is that, whoever's the second striker, unless Kane gets injured.
That's the thing, right?
Bowen's a striker.
Football, you need players that can play in multiple positions. Right. So I think that might be what goes for him. Mate, he can probably play
back from 3. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play up top. I'm not saying he's fantastic on the left and up top, but he can play all across there. Do you know what I mean? But I do, in terms of the last 2 games, I'm the same as you. It's not bothered me. It's not. I do genuinely think that he's picked a lot of players that he needs to look at. And what's worried me previously is that we've not looked at anyone else barring Harry Kane as a striker. No matter how good he is, Southgate played him in every single game. In friendlies, personally, I wouldn't have took him in friendlies. I would have been like Ivan Toney, Watkins, whoever. You play in the friendlies, you show me what you can do, because if we ain't got Kane, we're in trouble, big trouble. If we ain't got
It is weird why Ivan Toney, Danny Welbeck and Ollie Watkins were probably not seen. Like these 2 there, I think are our worst 2 out of them 5. But maybe that is because he's already thinking, they are on the plane. I'm giving these 2. These are my best backup, Danny Welbeck, and I kind of know what I'm going to get from him. I don't know what I'm getting from these 2. Maybe. I don't know. It's not like he's seen them, but he obviously knows them. They've been around a lot longer. I think the worrying... Oh, go on, Ad. Sorry.
No, I was just
Yeah,
going to say, I
weird.
think it's strange that he started Foden as a false nine last night. Surely you're going to. Why
Yeah.
he didn't try one of the strikers, to start the game? I found that a bit bizarre because I mean that's not his best position. It does Phil Foden absolutely no favours whatsoever playing as a false nine. And yeah, why wouldn't you give a striker a go and see what he can do?
Do you know? And I've often thought this with England. And do you think there's a time, and I think probably that time is, if ever it was now, with so many people off form, that you finally played players that would work together as a team rather than the superstars?
Yeah.
I think that's exactly.
And do you think that might be in his mind?
And he's
Yeah,
strong,
I
isn't he?
think that's
He doesn't mind
I
upsetting
think that's
people.
exactly
And like you say, it's not about shoehorning in the superstars. It's about getting people that play in a balanced setup.
But
I
that
really
said,
liked
does
it,
that
but-
mean would you not think that Jude goes straight into that team? And he hasn't been amazing. I think he will. For me, I would probably play. I would always play Deck as the 6. He doesn't score enough goals for me to warrant this 8. And I think he's one of the best coverers. And then I would have had Jude next to him in an 8, because Jude isn't actually a real 10 or whatever like that. And then have either Cole, Palmer, Foden, or Morgan Rogers in that 10, and that's it. But then I see people like Elliot Anderson,
Garner's
Garner
really.
you know what? Maybe these people are better for a
Obviously,
team.
I do follow Everton a bit, living in Liverpool, but I think he's a really good player. Yeah.
He can play right back
Yeah.
as well. He played right back for Everton for quite a while. He was playing there. He was playing as wing back. As well.
Which was weird. And then it was and then he popped up as a midfielder. I didn't realise he was a midfielder.
He is a midfielder. He is actually a midfielder. But for Everton, he's. I think it was more last season that he was playing as either a wing back or a fullback for him under Moyes. And he's impressed me. He's really impressed me, Garner. I think he's a good player.
He's been really good, hasn't he? In that central midfield, he's really impressed me every time I've seen him.
Yeah. The ones that really impressed me were Maguire.
Yeah, I think so too.
I thought was, and to be honest with you, Maguire would be a starter for me. I actually think he's better than the others. And on form at the minute, if we're going right now, today, Maguire would be the starter for me. I also think you get that leadership that you're probably taking Henderson for. And I actually think, well, let's get in a guy that actually can play rather than just taking a cheerleader. If you want to take Henderson as a coach, take him as a coach. I'm all for that. But it sort of seems silly bringing Henderson. Yeah, maybe you can see out a game, but maybe. But then you think, well, maybe if you're having a team a bit more in form or a bit of a team, just like Maguire and Dan Burn work together. You look at it and go,
two you mentioned, Maguire
are we going for
and
Stones
Dan
because
Burn
of Stones?
would be good if we win our first 2 group games, and then you could just sort of start resting players. You've still got a solid couple there at the back, haven't you, who are not going to embarrass themselves. But I know we spoke as well about young Lewis Hall. Very good. Really good player. Gets forwards.
I really like him. What did you think of him, Ad, when he came on?
Oh, he done well when he came on. He really impressed me when he came on. I do like him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's head and shoulders.
He scores goals, doesn't he, O'Reilly?
I don't think O'Reilly was fantastic when he started last season. He does, and he's a. Don't get me wrong, he's a very talented footballer. But as you can see, Manchester City are playing him further forward now. I'm not convinced that with him as a left back. Who else we got a left back? Livramento, maybe. We haven't got an abundance of left backs, have we? I don't think.
Luke Shaw. And obviously they played Jed Spence. They played on the on their.
Yeah, no,
he hates them, doesn't he?
I wouldn't take any Spurs players. No way would I take a Spurs player.
Well, I was actually laughing at that, thinking that how on earth has Spurs got 2 players in this England side?
And a defender.
Yeah, how on earth? But yeah, no, I didn't think much.
It shows you the quality of the league, doesn't it? The quality of the English players.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
Look, you got Bowen in there. You got Elliot Anderson. They're 2 relegation clubs, and all the Spurs players. And then you got Walton at Palace, like Calvert-Lewin. Look, half that team's fighting relegation. It's mad. Like when you look at it, it's not like they're not all top clubs that they're playing for, and that's I think the bit of the difference now a little bit as well. They're not all at top clubs, whereas they were before. But then, do you put together a really good team? Because like take Messi out of the Argentina team, the rest of it, Guido Rodriguez in there at one point. They weren't an amazing like individuals, all of them. They were a great team. Greece, when they won it, it was a great team.
That's what I think he's looking for. I think he's genuinely looking for a team, not of what we've done for so many years. Just Wayne Rooney was injured for half the season. All of a sudden, he's like being taken, Walcott being taken just because of their names. I think he's looking at it and being like, I'm looking to build a team. Not just maybe having the one superstar there. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like,
listen, we've got a few. Like we've got Declan Rice, we've got Harry Kane. And Saka's going to be going. Bellingham, they're going to be going without that.
Alf Ramsey
are they
said
the best players in the position?
Back in '66, he said, "I haven't picked the best players in England. I've picked the best players I think will fit into the system and who want to be here." And then obviously we know how that worked out. So maybe.
Yeah, I was a bit. I was quite disappointed after it. I think there was a lot more questions than answers. I'm actually baffled that Trent Alexander-Arnold, the more I think of it, is not in that squad. Like, unless he's just gave him a time off. But I find it it does seem he doesn't like Trent. I just find it really odd.
It's weird.
You're losing a game, and you've got a guy that can cross a ball better than anybody, or even maybe go to the right wing, as you say, like. And move there.
Because I was just about to say, where do you actually play him? Because defensively he's quite poor. He's played him in the middle of the park and been caught out. But I agree with you, Sam. I'd look at him as the right winger because he's.
Yeah, but also I'd have him. Like, he can play in all different systems. He can play as a wing back. He can play as a right back. He could play as a winger, or he could play midfield. Just that alone, I would say. Well, actually, this guy's like I can use him, even if he's not starting. If you're losing and you're going right, Harry Maguire and Dan Burn are going on up top, so we're going to go long.
Who's the keeper? Any thoughts on keepers?
Put a ball in. Yep. It's the best deliverer in the boss in the country.
Yep.
It's Pickford, and that's not even up for debate. I don't think.
Trafford. Yeah.
I like Pickford.
My two that I would take would be Pickford and Trafford. Those would be my two that I would take 100%.
Yeah,
and they have to take 3, don't they? But I don't think the goalkeeper's even up for debate, is it? No. I think there is quite a few, and I think it'll probably be like Gay and Conser or Stones. Like I think are probably the 3 at the back, and it's probably Gay and Stones, isn't it? But Stones isn't playing. There's a bit of me that likes Maguire. He's a body to the wall man. Like he just. And I actually thought he really, really done well the other. Like both times, I actually thought brilliant. Like he was, and I saw in the papers today, like a lot of the back pages are all Maguire. But then you listen to Tuchel, and he's saying he's below Chalobah, and you're like, why would you say that? I don't get it.
No, that's bizarre.
The number one thing that I'm disappointed at is, and I said it on Instagram today, is. I don't feel we are playing like an England team anymore. I think we're trying to be Spanish or something we're not. And I think that harms us. Rather than we're going, let's get the ball down the wings. I know football's changed, but I heard Bastian Schweinsteiger say it once. And he said Pep was a big problem for German football. He said, because everyone started copying what he was doing. And he said, and then we lost who we were as a national team. We'd won the World Cup with this plan of young players. We're strong. We are over 6 foot, the whole team. And this is the way we've always played. So we go into trying to do tippy-tappy. And he said, then we were nowhere. And he said, we had to remember what our DNA is. And I think sometimes because of the Premier League gets so convoluted with all different things, I think sometimes we forget who actually we are. what is an English style of play?
Well, I really liked Southgate. He took us as far as we could go, playing your typical English way. So maybe it will be intriguing, if nothing else, to see what Tuchel brings differently. So I am really looking forward to the World Cup and to seeing how we perform in that high pressure environment. But we had to change something because you can't keep on just coming second all the time. So, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm actually not looking forward to the World Cup because I think the football's so boring.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
find it
it's
strange as well, though, right? And I've looked at it the last couple of days. It has not been the last 3 World Cups,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah,
managed to beat
man,
us in the
right.
final of the Euros.
I know. I was thinking that as
How was
well.
that possible?
And they are.
You know what I mean? How is that actually possible? And that was meant to be our time and our best team going, and we
I'm
still
actually
couldn't
gutted.
beat a
Yeah.
poor
I'm
Italian
actually
team.
gutted. Italy's
Yeah.
not there, to be
Was
honest.
it- was
I
it-
like
was that
watching it in the
Southgate?
World Cup. They
Or
always
was it
bring
the team?
something,
Do you
don't
know?
they? It's not the same without them.
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not quite the same without. No.
Bring on Bosnia.
Right. Well, moving on. Yeah, moving on. Big news in our relegation rivals. Spurs
Yes.
in crisis. They've got the
We took
manager in.
training today.
Is
I
it done?
think.
Is it actually done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, it is announced. Like I know, obviously it would. Right. Okay. I haven't really seen football today. So obviously he is. Roberto De Zerbi has taken the manager's job, and it sounds like he's had a deal and a half to 5 years. He's never stayed anywhere longer than 2, I don't think. And yeah, it's a big signing for Spurs. Do we think that he will have immediate impact?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I suppose
Yeah,
we
yeah.
hope not, is the answer. But we kind of all saw this coming, didn't we? That they
No.
were going to get a new
I
manager.
think a lot of the consensus on the
They
TV
didn't get a new
seems
manager
to be
bounce
that
last time.
we all know De Zerbi plays great football, very expansive, very open. But and they've showed clips of Brighton, but that was 6, 12, 18 months of coaching. He's got 7 games. So he's not going to be able to go in there and turn these people into the people he had at Brighton. It's not going to happen. So
You've also got to remember the people he had at Brighton that are now no longer there. Moises Caicedo, João
would have been
Pedro, like all these players that Cucurella I would think would have been there. That you had like probably Sanchez in goal. Like you had some players there that
it's a man
probably
management job
you
they
look and
needed.
go,
They
"Ooh,
needed
like,
Harry Redknapp to go
yeah,
in,
have
put
you
an
got
arm
that? I
around them
suppose.
and get them
I don't
over the
know.
line with this guy.
But Gal, maybe not in this day and age. Maybe that just don't work anymore. That's why they don't get jobs anymore. I don't like. It sounds good to us, but I don't know. Does a
genuinely think
geezer on
they're-
200 quid, 200 grand a week care about
think they're
some
done.
soppy old fella going, you're a good player and all that? I don't actually know is the answer. I'm not saying I'd love to see Harry do that sort of thing. Not for Spurs, obviously, but I don't know if these people actually are affected. Do you know, a friend of mine's a Premier League, sorry, not a Premier League, professional footballer. He said last week that he had a row in the boxes, right? He said, this is how fragile these youngsters are now. He said, we were doing boxes, and he said, one of them's like giving it away 3 times, and he said, come on, like that. And he went, oh, calm yourself down a little bit there. You're getting a little bit too aggressive, like that. And he's like, what? So then he said, we went away, the manager called in, the manager said, he said, I was fuming. And the manager said, what's wrong? And he said, I've had enough. He said, this is bullshit. It's not, no one wants to win. And the guy, he said, like,
Oh, God,
really said, like, I'm really sorry, your tone of your voice and like, that woke speak that like these kids do. And he said he'd done it all. And he said, like, we shook hands, said, listen, he said, when we were walking in, the kid kept coming up to me going, like, are we okay here? Like, are we sure it's all okay and all this? And he's like, yeah, mate, like, I just wanted to win. Like, it's like, that's what we do. We're professional footballers. So that's where you look and you go, does this arm around by Harry where he goes, yeah, you old fucker, like, and one of these lot go, "Oh, why are you swearing at me?" You know, like, or they've all said it, and I was actually shocked when this guy said it. He was like, and he's a League One club, it is, but he just said he is. In actual fact, the guy is so disillusioned with football. He's had such enough of it. He's retired in the season. He said, I can't be around them anymore.
Don't blame
So I
him.
don't know. But now imagine that you're on 200 grand a week, 150 grand a week, 100 like, and you're going to HR or your agent saying, "Oh, mate, this manager spoke to me like that. Who do you?" And that's how these youngsters obviously operate, which I wouldn't have thought, but it obviously does. Do we think
Hope not.
it's an
I don't
advantage
think
for
so.
Spurs to get this new manager?
Nah, I
Advantage.
think they're done. I think they're completely done.
I don't know. I mean, he's obviously got a reputation for being a very good tactician. I don't think he got a win at Brighton in his first 8 games, I believe, when he went to Brighton. So it might take a while for him to establish his, his style of play and the things he wants his players to do. But he has got a reputation for being a good tactician. But I just think, this has been going, like, this Tottenham form has been going on for so long with this is going to be the 4th different manager since what's the Aussie
This
guy
season, I
won the
think, isn't it?
trophy. Well,
And Postecoglou.
yeah, I mean, over the last year, this would be their 4th manager. So, it's starting to make me feel like it's the players. And then when you watch Tottenham, they don't look as though they're going to win many games, and they haven't done for ages. So, what is he going to do that's different to get these players like creating chances and scoring? Because even like Solanke, he's their main striker, and he's
not a good player, is he? Like we just seen.
well.
Yeah.
I think his injuries have just killed him. I think the injuries have just killed him. He's just, I say this now, and he's going to go.
Listen, he had one good season, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he only had one good season. He's been at Chelsea, Liverpool. He's only had one good season.
So out of the players,
Yeah, one in the Championship and one in the Premiership, didn't he? I think that's what it was.
Out of the players available to them, are they actually good enough? Even even no matter who the manager is, I don't know.
Yeah,
but we'll see. We'll see.
And you could say the same about us as well. Like you could say also, have we got the players good enough? Because you'd look if I'm a Spurs fan, sitting and
the
going,
thing that's going to be
Tatty,
really interesting
is he the
we
man?
Absolutely need to beat Wolves, which then means De Zerbi's first game is in the bottom 3, and then it's a test of the man and the character in the team. So it all comes down to us putting that pressure on him, right? Next.
Yeah,
You've already seen the character of the team, though, haven't you? The character of the team is once it don't go right, they just completely fold.
Yeah.
That's the
Careful,
character of
Mick. A Spurs podcast might be
they
quoting
don't like
all
it.
this in about 6
Do
weeks.
not like him.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
And look, as I say, I think my answer to wrap this up is I couldn't care less what Spurs do. We've got to worry about what West Ham can do. That is really what we've got to do. But look, when we're down the bottom, we are also looking and hoping everyone else slips up as well. Moving on, we're finishing up, and we're not going to go into it too much because we've done it last couple of weeks. Is the FA Cup quarter-final. We're not got Mick with us, but me, Gary, and Addy are finally having a little catch up. Mick's got his kids at the weekend. No. But Gal, it's funny because if people watch, we've not actually met Gal in person. So it's funny that we haven't met. We see each other every day and every week. We've never actually met in person.
Mikey from the group chat used to do a lot of this.
Yeah,
I met him. He was a great lad, and his brother Sasha. But actually, be great to actually meet you guys, bringing the boy as well, and really looking forward to it. I'm picking Addy up actually, or meeting Addy and taking him this Payet shirt, which I've promised him for months now, and a Joe Cole book, and the Joe Cole book I've got for you, Addy, as well.
Oh, mate, it's like Christmas.
It'd be nice. I'm really looking forward to it Sunday. It's funny, I don't really look forward to too many West Ham games now, but I'm really looking forward to it. I think that little bit of spice of the Bobby Moore song we mentioned at the beginning of the show like try and get something like that. It just seems to be a bit. I think a win here could really put us in a good mood, a bit of a party mood. I really do. I think it could be a bit of really, really good week for the club. I think we're the slight favourites. It'd be interesting to see if Somerville and Todibo are back. Maverick Planos, I think, got a little bit of a head knock in the week as well. So we'll be interesting to see if they'll be risked. But I know the club are going to go for it. I think is what was sort of I've heard a lot. So it isn't that we're going to just toss it away, because we've gone this far. So I think now I'm not even going to get into should we play them, should we not, because we've all sort of discussed that. I think what will be from now to the end of the season. If we get an injury or Spurs get an injury or Forest or some one of us, it's meant to happen, and we were supposed to go down. And sadly, I don't know what it is, but I am quite confident it's not us, and I don't know why.
Imagine
my
waking
mood
up.
will definitely change in this next week.
Imagine waking up Monday
Without
or
a doubt.
getting
If we
together
haven't won
after
them,
the game as well on Sunday,
then we are down.
and we're going to Wembley. That'd be just unbelievable, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? It'd just be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be at that one.
We'll bunk
That
in,
one I
mate.
will be
We'll
at.
bunk in. Don't worry about
Get me a
that.
ticket. We make it out. We're all going.
Yeah, no, I am looking forward. So let's give a score prediction. Finish up.
Someone's always going to go 2-1. I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
I was just about to say it.
3-1 West Ham. There you go.
Oh,
I
love that. I do love that score. But I am going to go 2-1, Gal. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. 2-2. West Ham.
Yeah.
Mick?
I'm going to go 3-1.
Go on.
Oh, both 3-1s.
3-1 to West Ham.
Oosh.
I am going West Ham to win on penalties.
Ooh.
That's what I'm going.
I'll take it.
I think it's going to be a tight old affair, and I think we're going to win it on penalties. I think it is. Look, we are. It is basically. It's quite actually nice. We're playing a game that's not got a major consequence to if you lose. You know, like if it is a league game, and it is a 50-50 coin toss of who could win it. So we're probably the slight favourites because it's at home. I would probably give it that. I'm sure a Leeds fan would say the same. So it is actually very rarely actually play a game like that where you're completely sort of even matched team, but there is no real consequence. Whereas if one of us both lost in the league, there is a real consequence to that game. Well, yeah, you go out the cup, or there is your process. I will safely say I would love to see us proceed, and then go and win it. I really would. I'd love us to win the FA Cup.
Yeah,
like in my lifetime.
Same.
Be such a great thing to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I
wanted to see it.
The older fans obviously saw it on the 80s, like Gal and Addy. Gal and Addy saw it. Me and Mick.
2 weeks before I was born.
Was it, Ad?
Yeah. 2 weeks. I missed it.
I thought you were 79. I thought you were 79.
I just
Gal, how old
I just
you?
passed
You
my
was probably
apprenticeship.
fucking working, weren't you?
I was born in September 76, so I was nearly 4.
Yeah, so you don't. It's like we don't. None of us remember it. You know, like it's a. Obviously, well, I don't. I wasn't born. But it's It would be lovely to have our own. Obviously, our 06 are our team for it. That it was so close. Obviously, penalties is the maddest thing when you think we took Liverpool to penalties. But it would be nice to actually say rather than, "Oh, we nearly did it, didn't we?" And then Gals, it would have been the semi-final at Villa Park, wouldn't it? The Billy the battering 4-1,
Keith Hackett sent him off. Yeah.
4-0, yeah. Tony Gale sent off, wasn't it? It was that was which we covered for. So we all think West Ham's going to win. Obviously, if you're going over there, we want you singing or cheering or clapping on the 6th minute for Bobby Moore. let's bring this back. Come on, we're West Ham fans, so it'd be nice to really, really honour the man. And what I will say is Roberta Moore, Bobby Moore's daughter, has also backed the campaign as well. So it's really nice. So it'd be nice to unite. I also think it'd be nice to unite the older fans a bit. Like, bring them in, like, it would be nice. It would be, and I actually think something like that, it could be as little as that gets us over the edge. And it's funny, I'm going, Tottenham cheering the bus and all that, but just something, like, at the end of Deck's first year going in there, it was that song, one more year, Declan. And that was almost a movement, that song, wasn't it? And it was a song that kind of pulled the team and the fans a little bit together, that went to then the Europa Conference League final, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think you get a lot of the old fans back over. Like, you start getting those kind of chants or songs going for ex-players and things like that. I think you will start to see like drips and drabs of like old fans coming back over, because that's what they want. That's what they grew up with. They grew up with literally singing throughout the whole game. Whatever chant it was, they was just singing it, getting involved. But nowadays, everyone just sits there like that.
Away games.
Legs crossed, arms crossed.
Yeah,
away
it's
games.
boring.
You know what I mean, yeah, it is. But I do think
Look,
that this
football
one
has
been-
changed.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
much
think
better. But even them
that would
sometimes,
be-
and the answer is, we ain't had nothing to cheer. It's as simple as that. We just ain't had, there's nothing really been to cheer. We need something to cheer. So it's good that we can get behind something. Hopefully West Ham win. If they don't think it's the end of the world.
It's a
We've got
win-win for us.
Big tests.
It's a win-win
come next
either
Friday
way on Sunday.
Wolves.
If we win,
Bottom
we're going to
four to
Wembley.
fight for it.
Yeah. I agree. I do agree that. I completely agree with that. And that's why I said earlier, it's one of them very, very rare games where you're playing, and it's in that rare game, we're not playing City, or Liverpool or United, or we're playing a team that is a complete coin toss. If they play,
we could end up
10 times,
with Port Vale in a
one would win 5, one would win 5. Like it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Chelsea, haven't they?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Chelsea
I
ain't
wouldn't
doing
mind
well, are
Chelsea. I wouldn't mind Chelsea either.
Yeah.
Respect the ball. Respect the ball.
I actually said this earlier. It might be you get someone like Port Vale, it's their FA Cup final, every game. Where actually that don't suit you. Like, go and play Chelsea or something, and it might be that you actually could beat someone like that. But listen, City are not unbeatable. Arsenal are not unbeatable. He's City and Arsenal, the other ones, isn't it? City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who's Liverpool got? Southampton.
Liverpool got City.
No, but Arsenal got Southampton. I think.
Yeah, Arsenal, Southampton. That's it. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
In other words, it's West Ham's year.
Yeah.
I
Wouldn't it
feel
be
that-
nice
I feel
to
that,
have
Addy.
West Ham, Port Vale, Southampton, and Liverpool in the semi? In all the semi, wouldn't that be unbelievable? Like, anyone could win that, because Liverpool are not a great team this year. Like, you'd look at that and go, we'd fancy that. It'd be brilliant. wouldn't it?
Hey, and the boys,
06
and the boys of
26.
86
We beat them this time
Yeah.
round and won.
Oh, please.
and 66.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Go. It's our year. Well, actually, we come. The problem is we come second in all of those except for 66. Yeah. Right, fellas, I will see you all later. I will see you Sunday.